I know my chance with her is blown, well, my mouth gets carried away. I'm tongue-tied, tongue-tied, tongue-tied.
What up, IDS Mob? Harry Wilmington here, and today we're answering the question, going no contact, how long does it take to work? This is a question that I get quite frequently from guys because, you know, we've heard the whole thing about no contact, and for those of you that don't know what that is, basically when a woman is not responding to your messages or is acting in a way that maybe you don't want her to act, there's the strategy of no contact, which is basically you're pulling your attention away in the hopes that she realizes that she's losing your attention and then comes back to you and decides to quote unquote act right, so that way you guys can continue on dating with no problems. And when you're doing no contact, you're giving the impression that you're actually like starting to lose interest, which is supposed to throw off alarm bells in her head that says, oh my God, I'm losing this guy, let me get back on this program. And then it's all supposed to be all peachy keen. And this is the way in which most people think about no contact, and I have a different viewpoint of what that's supposed to actually mean. And so we'll get into this guy's question. As always, guys, if you are looking to have your question answered on the show, you can write to me at harrywilmington@gmail.com or leave a comment down below. Also, if you want to sign up for one-on-one coaching, because I've been getting a lot of those lately, and I love helping you guys out with your personal situations, you can go to introvertdatingsuccess.com and click on the coaching tab to set up a one-on-one phone consultation with yours truly. You can also go to the website to sign up for the Introvert Dating Success Membership Academy, which has a lot of great lessons in there that will help you learn how to date as your authentic self while still getting your alone time. So let's go ahead and get into this guy's question. It's very short. He says, how long does it usually take to get her to get back to you if you just leave her alone, i.e. go no contact? So I saw a TikTok the other day, which I may end up like doing a review of now on this channel, but like this person was talking about how they get a lot of questions from both men and women as it pertains to dating, and they realize that with men's questions, it's almost like we look at it more like a video game. It's like, oh my God, I've gotten to this wall in like Zelda, and I don't know how to get past this wall. What key do I need to get, and where is that key, so I can just put it in this keyhole and then continue on with my journey? And as I've seen that video, I realize that is more and more true, where like men are always asking, hey, so I'm stuck here and I want to know, what can I do to further my journey with this woman? So in this case with no contact, guys are like, hey, so if I use this no contact, which I think is the key, how long will it take to open this door, i.e. be able to, you know, get her to start contacting me again, you know? And it's interesting because you can't, in my opinion, you looking at no contact as a way to actually get the result that you want, which is to have the woman that you're wanting to get back in touch with you, is really not the point. The idea behind, in my head, the idea behind no contact is the idea that, you know, ideally you're building something with this woman and you want it to work out. But at the point that she's not making it easy for that to happen, then you going contact is not a strategy that you employ to try to get her back. Because most people say like, okay, I've seen plenty of videos where it's like, okay, so this is what you do, right? So she's not talking to you. So this is what you do. You go no contact and you don't talk to her, reach out to her for like 30 days. And then after 30 days, then you reach out to her and say, hey, what's up? And so the thought process is, if you give her enough time where she's not hearing from you, then she's eventually going to want to hear from you. But then you still got to reach out because she's going to be too shy or awkward to want to do that again because she's thinking she's already blew a shot with you. All right. And so to that, I say this is that the thought process shouldn't be that this is your only woman and that in order to get her back, you go no contact. The idea is that you're going no contact because she's not giving you indicators that she wants to see you anymore, and you know that you have value and worth, and that there are other women out there that you should be going after now that will see that you have value and worth. And so when you do no contact, the point is to actually walk away knowing that you're probably never going to talk to her again. Now, can this exercise result in a woman wanting to reach out to you? The answer is wholeheartedly yes. That can actually happen. And when you do that, why is she coming back to you? Well, most likely it was because you were being needy and pushy too much and she needed a break from you, so she started pulling away. At the point where you gave that to her, she's able to sit there and think, wow, this is a little too much of not hearing from him, and I do actually like him and want to talk to him, and so I'll reach back out. But that's not something you should expect to happen, because a lot of times when women are starting to pull away, it's because they've lost interest and they just don't know how to tell you. So at the point where you stop talking to her, it might be a relief to her. Or it could be a situation where it does hit her ego, like, hey, this guy's not talking to me anymore. I'm so great. What's going on? I need to reach back out to him to see if this is actually happening or not. And then the mistake a lot of guys make, though, is that when the woman reaches back out to them, they start doing the over contacting that they were doing before, and then the woman just pulls away again. But the point is that the idea is that you as a guy should have enough confidence in yourself and know yourself and your self-worth enough to realize that you ultimately are the cream of the crop guy. And if a woman that you're trying to date doesn't want to continue on that pathway, it's not going to bug you because you're going to be able to get other women. And sometimes women just need to see that you're not that you're not going to be bugged by her leaving, because that can be a danger to women. Like the guy that they try to leave and then he's trying to stalk her all the time and whatnot. And so sometimes it could be a test just to see if you're going to be on balance should this happen. But like I said, more often than not, if a woman's pulling away, she's not that interested. But that no contact should not be the ploy to try to get this woman back. It should be a reality for you that, okay, if she's not interested, why am I going to continue to put my time, energy, and effort into somebody that is seemingly not trying to do the same? I'm going to now focus my attention elsewhere. And sometimes in the process of doing that, when you are taking your focus away from her and moving on to somebody else, then that woman will come back. But at that point, you should have the thought of abundance whereby if this woman's not working out, you should not think this is the top tier cream of the crop woman. You should be thinking this is a woman that I thought it could work with, but there are a bevy of other women out there who could in fact be the same as her or better. Let me go explore those options. And again, walking with that kind of frame, walking with that idea that you know you deserve the best and that you deserve somebody that's going to be communicative with you and is going to also be charming towards you and want to do things with you, that's something that you deserve as well. And you have to think and feel that you deserve that enough to where you're willing to go seek that out. And if it's not with this person over here, it's not going to bug you. And women need to feel that and know that, okay? So all this to say that this whole thing of him asking the question of well, how long does it take? That's not important. The important thing is if she starts flaking or going ghost or whatever, are you going to be strong enough to be able to say, well, it was what it was, and go to somebody else? And in doing that action, will the woman that is not talking to you be able to recognize that you have that strength and ability and then decide if she wants to continue on playing this game of not talking to you or if she wants to come back to you, okay? But you're not doing it trying to set a timetable, because I've gone no contact with women before where it took a week it took them 4 days to get back to me, where it's taken 2 months for them to get back to me. But I wasn't really concentrating on, I hope this works and will they eventually get back to me. I was focusing on, well, this isn't currently working out, so I got to focus elsewhere. And in the process of that, they probably went out there and probably tried to date other guys that weren't bringing nearly the same time of energy or joy or enthusiasm that I was bringing, and they realized they were missing out. And women sometimes need to feel like they're going to miss out on a great guy, i.e. you, when you're not around, and also that they may need to work for you. And I think a big mistake guys make is not realizing that women want the feeling of having to work for a guy that they're interested in. If you just hand yourself to them on a platter and give all these feelings and stuff like that, then they take it for granted and they're likely to just be versus, people always typically tend to value the things they have to work for, and that includes women with men. Yes, a woman recognizes that she needs to do stuff early on to try to gain your attention, to build your attraction. If you just give it to her on a platter the first day, she's not going to take it the way you're wanting her to take it, all right? So sometimes there'll be that distance for a bit because women are trying to subconsciously reset back to, this is an even exchange where he's working for my attention, but I also need to work for his. And you got to let women work for your attention and attraction. And sometimes that means going no contact, but you can't go no contact thinking, and then in 2 weeks she's going to reach out. And if she doesn't, then I'll reach out to her. No. No contact means you walk away for good and start looking at other options that are out there. And in the process of that, she may come back. But if she doesn't, you're not going to be butthurt either way, because you can find better. I have yet to be dating somebody and be like, oh my God, it's not working out, this is so horrible, and then not be able to meet somebody else that I was like, oh, this could work too. But you got to have an abundant mindset for that. And if you're not in that state of mind, it could mean that the way you're thinking about dating and how high you're pedestalizing these women is slightly askewed. If you need help with that, go to introvertdatingsuccess.com. You can sign up for coaching, or you can sign up for the Introvert Dating Success Membership Academy. We have plenty of lessons there on how to lessen your anxiety and become a more bold, authentic dater that women are going to find attractive and want to keep around, So check that out at the website. Also, guys, on February 10th, my buddy Nan Juan's got an album coming out called No Girls For You, which is based on my first book. It is a hilarious album all about this dude that is having trouble dating, and the first song from that album, called Tongue Tied, is available to listen to at my YouTube channel right now. So be sure to check that out. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Harry Wilmington, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. I'm out. Peace.
When I see a hot girl, my tongue gets twirled. I don't